First of all, I thought our Aztecs competed at a high level in the first half. A lot of the threes that we gave up were scouting report threes. I told them that. That was a coach's decision. We tried to pack the paint against Duke, tried to play that top nail, help side, try to collapse and make them kick and shoot perimeter threes, and to their credit, they made them. You know, we watched the Army game. We thought they did a lot of the same things, tried to make it tough for them to penetrate. And to their credit, they were able to kick the ball out and shot the ball at a really high level from three-point range. When they did that, obviously they were tough to compete with. I told our kids at halftime we had to find a way to get 3 stops in a row. We got 2 to start the second half, and then they went fast break, fast break, fast break. So our defense wasn't good enough today against a very, very good Duke team.
Let's take questions for the players, please. Raise your hand. We'll bring you a mic. We'll start with Rob and then Mark.
For both guys, what were you guys' impressions of their 4 starting freshmen?
I mean, they're good players. It's plain and simple. They know how to play the game of basketball. They play it at a high level. I think they did a good job of just staying true to themselves and just playing their game. But they're a good group of freshmen for sure.
Thanks, Jeremy. We'll go to Mark.
If both of you could talk about what happened there at the end of the first half. You had got in the line to make it a single-digit game. You kind of been trading baskets with them, and all of a sudden you're down 17.
I think we just had some defensive lapses there last 3 minutes or so in that first half, and I think some guys just fell asleep a little bit. We just lost track of guys, and we just, simple mistakes, silly mistakes, and I think it was just little mind lapses and things like that. It wasn't really anything like the game plan. It was really just on us as a team, the players on the court.
Any other questions for the players? Another one? Go back to Mark.
For Dev, just talk about the same thing, what happened there at the end of the first half and at the beginning of the second half when you seemed to get back into it a little bit and they just put a big run on.
I would say I agree with Jeremy, just mental breakdowns. Yeah, they hit shots and they got on a run. We got on a run too, but they hit shots, got to the free throw line, so yeah.
Some of the half-court baskets we can live with because, like I said, we put them in the position. Yeah, we were slow on a closeout or two, but the thing we wanted to do was prevent a lot of the fast break baskets, which we knew would open the game up. And then they had that string where they had fast break, fast break, fast break. We didn't get all the way back and protect the rim, and that kind of broke the game. It was, they were always up double digits, but it kind of made it go from 15, 16, all of a sudden to 20, 21, and then the floodgates kind of opened from there.
All right. One follow-up. Yep.
For Jeremy, how do you sort of process a game like this? You lose by, I think it was 24, 26. Do you feel like you guys played reasonably well, or do you feel like you guys played terrible and got what you deserved?
I don't think we played terrible. Obviously, there's a lot of things we have to work on the defensive end, and I know the coaches will do a good job of handling that and telling us the things that we need to do better, but I don't think we played terrible at all. I think Duke just did a good job of just being Duke, and they knocked down a lot of open shots, and we have to do a better job of just making it harder on guys and following the game plan that the coach has given us, whether it's hard or not.
Thanks, guys. We'll let you get back to your team. Let's take questions for Coach now. Second row, Lillian.
Coach, you got a quick turnaround, so what are the things that you're going to try to do to kind of get folks back on their feet getting ready to play tomorrow?
When you play in under 24 hours, it's all about mentality. You'll find out how tough your team is mentally, because there's not going to be a lot of X's and O's. We'll give them a simple game plan like you would in a conference tournament where you play back to back to back. And we'll meet as coaches. We'll give them something before they go to dinner tonight real quick on personnel, then give them a final game plan before they go to bed tonight, and then we'll come out and play tomorrow. So I like the way my team played the game in the first half. You know, I thought we really attacked them on the bounce. Obviously, they got a lot of fouls. We put a lot of fouls on them. We got to the foul line a lot and really spread the floor. And I thought we played the right way. We drove and really moved the ball. You know, I thought Devin Watson was sensational in the first half and a lot in the second half. He just seemed to find open areas, find open people. You know, he got in the paint and, you know, so I liked the way we played offensively. I liked made a few more shots, open shots that we got. But obviously they're long and athletic and tough to score over at times. But I like the way we played offensively as far as sharing the ball, playing the right way. And hopefully we'll carry that over into tomorrow. The danger I wanted, you know, I know my kids wanted to play against Duke, so I always ran the line of saying, how long do I leave them in? You know, they're young, it's early in the season, and I felt like they wanted to be out there. You know, so maybe I left them a little longer than I wanted to, but I got a really good group of kids, and I think they'll bounce back and be energetic and ready to go tomorrow morning.
Rob, first row.
Coach, a little expanding on that a little bit. You talked about at the press conference wanting to. You didn't want to come here and not face Duke. After having experienced, you know, all that Duke is, are you happy that you did get that chance to play them?
Yeah, I mean, it's the ultimate measuring stick for us. We play the #1 team in the country. We did some things well. Obviously, there's some things that they do way better than we do. And sometimes that's just talent, and it's obviously good coaching. Coach K knows what he's doing. I thought they played the game the right way. They moved the ball. They shared the ball. They executed their game plan. And so, you know, I'm glad we got a chance to play them. And obviously you want to come here and win this event. You know, last time we were here, we played in the championship game against Arizona. I think I've been here 5 times. I came in 1988 with Michigan, with Glenn Rice and Terry Mills and Lloyd Vaught, and we won it. So I've been here quite a bit, and I've seen a lot of good teams, and Duke's a very good team. But our task now is to find a way to win 2 games, to leave here with 2 wins, and that's what our goal is.
Mark.
Late in the first half of that section that Jeremy was talking about, I think he had 2 fouls and Jordan had 2 fouls, and you decided to both put him on the bench. Do you regret that? You second guess yourself on that, seeing the sort of the defensive mistakes that led to those 2 threes?
Yeah, I mean, I wish we'd you know, kept it around 12, 10 to 12. You know, then they hit the threes and they really expanded it, that last one in the corner. You know, but that's just a case of Adam Seiko being, you know, 6 feet tall, closing out a 6'7" guy in the corner. So he tried to get there early, but that lack of length in the closeout and in the contest, you know, he was there, but he wasn't there because he wasn't tall enough to really contest that shot. So he has to get there quicker if he's going to be smaller. So, you know, I thought our kids, the guys off the bench played hard. They tried to make the right plays, but, you know, Duke made a couple plays at the end of half. I would have liked to stay closer in the game at halftime, but they got comfortable. And then to open the second half, like I said, we got back-to-back stops and scored both times. You know, I felt we could run Duke if we could get stops, but we couldn't get enough stops. So they had us in a half-court offense almost the entire game.